Hey, it's so Trung here. On occasion, I get clients always asking about working with banks and dealing with banks. The thing is, most people think that having all your business, whether your banking, your daily savings account, your investment, your RSP and all that stuff, retirement funds, your mortgage, your car loan, credit card, everything at one bank, so that in the future, when you get some financing, they have relationship with you, they know everything about you, and it'll be easy for you to get financing. And it is true to a certain extent, right? The sad reality is this. I used to work for one of the big major banks, right? And I see the inside that most people in the public, in the marketplace, don't see it, right? Now, that's kind of biased understanding, because most people don't really know what's going on behind the office doors and all that, right? In the boardroom and all. Now, it is legitimate reason that if you have all your banking done at the same bank and you get loans and stuff over time, and you think that you can get a better leverage or you can get a better pricing, interest rates, and all that, right? The reality is far from the truth. And here's what it is. Now, it's good and gravy when you have everything going well with that bank and you have a relationship with them and that banker stays there for a long time. Then you really have a relationship. But in today's climate, my colleagues that work at the bank jump ship from one lender to another lender to another lender. So in 10 years, there were 3, 4, maybe 5 different types of employer. That means you're now dealing with maybe 2, 3 different types of banker or representative or advisor that you thought is going to be around for you when the time comes to bat. When you need them to, they can get exceptions and all that deal is done. Certainly, you can get one-off exception, but that's not the case any longer. Back in my father's time, perhaps, yes, you can get a lot of things done because or based on relationship, okay? Today, it's not quite true anymore. I see it from the other side. Now, in a short term, perhaps in 3, 5 years, if they're still there, then you're locked out and you can get it because they can push, they can beg and whatever they will need to do to coerce or I don't know, say they're a good achiever inside the bank institution, they might get pull favors for you. And yes, in that case, sure, you might be lucky in that sense. But I don't know about you. I don't put my future based on luck and hope, right? Hope is a poor strategy. Would you agree? Everybody tells me it is. So I think that's not a good idea. Now, what else? What if you do everything without banking? Okay. There's a saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That applies not to investments only. That applies to relationships that you have with banks and lenders, okay? Because in today's climate, it's all about the numbers, right? The bottom line. The bottom line is they need to be profitable. They need to make a lot of profit for the bank. So if you're one of those clients that may have rough situation in your life, it happens over time, right? Not saying about COVID, but say on a regular basis where everybody's working except you got laid off, right? How would that work? How would the missed payments be dealt, right? They may not see that as nice because they can see you're over leveraged. Because here's the thing, the sad reality is that every customer have a maximum amount of loans that they can give to over X amount of time, for example, right? And even doctors, they have a limit. Like it's a very, very high limit compared to the average Joe, but there is a limit. And once you reach that goal, that threshold, you become higher risk to the lender than a new customer, okay? Because they need to spread the books, the risk amongst all the customers, tens of thousands, if not millions, okay? That's how they make money. Based on statistics, they know that it's high risk to put so much money, give so much loan to one person with X amount of income. To them, it's highly leveraged. And that's why, to me, I say, not a good idea to put all your eggs in one basket, okay? What happens in the instance where you might not get along with that banker, the relationship advisor, right? Things may fall apart and you may say something not nice. They may just kick you out. And they may just say, hey, now you get rid of your car loan, you get rid of your mortgage, everything else that is associated with the bank. Maybe you have credit cards too. So what now? You don't have any relationship with anybody else. You have no loans with anybody else. You're starting off from scratch, my friend. That's not good, right? I always tell my client, I'm an advocate. At least pick 2 or 3 lenders have some kind of relationship with each one of them over the time. So that if the worst case scenario happens to one of those lenders, maybe they go out of business, maybe they just don't like you, you didn't like them because of the bad situation, right? No skin off your back, move to the other bank, right? But if you start off from scratch because you only have one lender, you put all your eggs in one basket. Now try to get a better mortgage, try to get a better loan from that lender, right? It's not, you don't have no relationship with them anymore. Now here's the thing. Why I'm an advocate of spreading your risk, spreading your finance with different lenders is they always have a loss leader to acquire new clients every now and then, right? And it only applies to new clients because when I used to work for the big banks, my existing clients could never qualify for those special promotions because it only applies to new accounts. Existing account holders don't qualify. Sorry. I mean, I love you, auntie, uncle, but you know, my regional sales manager or vice president, whatever it is, that controls this whole entire promotion doesn't allow this. And there's no way around it. They can flag it, right? They can see it's not a new account. So you don't qualify for those. There's a lot of stuff happening over the years. They have special promotion, special programs that only applies to new customers. And if you're only an existing lender at the bank, chances are you probably lost out on many of those circumstances and special promotion. You probably aren't even aware because they won't tell you. They only tell new clients this because only new accounts qualify. I'm sorry, loyalty doesn't pay any longer. As much as it used to pay in my father's time. And today, not so much anymore, right? So it actually sucks to be loyal to that one bank and lender nowadays, right? Because that's the bottom line. It's a shareholder is king. Customers aren't king anymore. Sorry to tell you this, right? I don't want me to burst your bubbles, right? What about other issues, right? The risk of having something with one lender is they know everything about you. Your income go up and down because you deposit all your income into that account. They can see it. All your business goes to that account. Your business accounts with them. Your personal accounts with them. They see everything, right? It's not that you're lying, you're falsifying, but when they see your income going down, down, down over the years, or it's a rough, bumpy couple of years, they have a track record of everything that goes through their bank, right? They may be biased based on the information. All the loan adjudication, they have full access to all your history transaction. It's all like bang, bang number. They can pull it up right away. So having said that, okay, your financial statements this year might not be as good. And maybe you haven't got around to it, for example, right? Here's a situation I see often. My clients' income is not going well because over the last few years, maybe business is bad, economy is going downhill, right? The financials don't look strong, but they need the money to go to grow the business or continue to sustain the business for the following year, right? But if the current lender sees this already, that the trend is going down in your deposits in your business account, you think they're gonna be anxious, or you think they'd be like very happy to give you the loan? That they'd be probably big. Maybe it's not a good time, or maybe whatever excuse they give you, right? They won't give you a loan when you most need it the most. But here's the thing: most banks, I'm an independent broker, and I'm telling you, most banks base their financials based on their loan. The new banks anyway, who don't have your current status of your history on a regular basis, how it's doing, they have no idea how well you're doing this month or last few months, right? And if your financials is not ready yet, they won't know. But your current bank does know, right? I'm not saying lying or anything at all, misleading at all. I'm just saying the new bank who may give you a loan is basing their information from last year. So your last year might be great. So it's always better to have more than one banking relationship. That's the thing. You can leverage your past history of past performance to get a loan at a different bank. If with your current bank, very low likelihood chance you will get that financing because they know things are looking bad for your business and they're not going to extend that kind of risk, right? Because at the end of the day, you're not the king. The shareholder is, and profit is the number one goal for them is to shareholders, not you. Sorry to tell you this, right? So there's many reasons. You can see that already. And the other circumstance that I've seen across a lot of my clients is this. Just because they missed their car payment, okay, with that lender, all the other loans may be frozen. All the credit line may be frozen because they do it automatically, by the way. It's not a thing that they click on the button or anything. It's a systemized process. It triggers something, and in the back end, they will just freeze your account from accessing the line of credit, for example, not your savings or checking, but they put a limit on it. And maybe they can manually do that as well, because they said, you know, you're at high risk. You miss 3 car loan payments, chances are we're not going to allow you access your line of credit because you may miss those payments too, and it's going to affect the profitability. Okay, so when you have all your things tied together that bank, they can hold you hostage with the other different types of products and services you currently have with them. How do you like that, right? Just because you missed your car, maybe, right? Your line of credit may be held hostage. They won't give you access to it. Your home line of credit might be limited or frozen. They can't do that. They have the authority to do that. Yes, sorry to tell you that, right? I used to work for one of them, and we have full authority to do what we wish. It's our money. It's not yours at the end of the day, right? The bank's money. So be careful. All your eggs in one basket, my friend, is not always the best. You might have a short-term win, but the long-term is you will lose eventually. So it's no good, right? Especially when you get some special promotions, you don't qualify. It's only new accounts. Take care. Hope you learned something new today. See you on the other side.